Guys, it's Hannah from Half Acre Heart, and I am so excited because my seeds got here a day early. Technically it's a day late, but they were late, and then it said it was going to get here tomorrow, and then they came today. So I'm going to hurry up because it's about to rain, but they're from Baker Creek Heirloom Seeds, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys a little bit about them before I go ahead and plant some of them in our little mini greenhouse that we started yesterday. I'm so excited because all of my seeds came a day early. Some of these are actually more for when it starts to warm up a little bit more. We are getting some pretty warm days next week. We're getting, or actually this week, I think on the weekend we're getting up to like 80 degrees. And then it's dropping back down, which is fine. So I ordered from Baker Creek this time around. I shopped around a little bit, and I've just heard great things about Baker Creek. You can find them at rareseeds.com. I also looked at Johnny Seeds and Gurney's and a few other ones. It's just that Baker Creek one had free shipping. And I found that some of the smaller places I want to support at some point. It's just that they didn't have as big of a variety as I wanted. So I got a whole lot, and not all of these I'm planting right now again. So I'm going to start by showing you what I will be planting the soonest. And they also sent a free seed pack with my order. It is Rouge d'Avere lettuce. I think that's how you say it. So I will probably plant this. I just haven't decided exactly where I'm planting everything. I do have a little notebook that I write what I want to plant, when I want to plant it, and I kind of drew like a rough sketch of where I want everything in the garden bed, but some things are going to go in a grow bag, and I just haven't quite decided what I'm going to put in the grow bags. So I have the red lettuce, and then I got Parris Island Cost lettuce. It's another kind of like romaine type lettuce, and I'm excited for that one, but not as excited as I am for Chinese string eggplant. So I couldn't find a whole lot of information on these, on how to grow them in my region, 9A. So it's kind of going to be an experiment a little bit. I'm going to kind of just go by how to grow other eggplants, not the specific type, and hope that it goes well, because these ones are supposed to be, let's see, what does it say? Buttery tender East China variety, our favorite for raw eating. No bitter flavor, super tender, most gourmet eggplant we have tried. So I like that you can eat it raw, and it's supposed to be really good because I prefer raw vegetables. And I'm not huge on like the bigger eggplants, just because when you cook them, I don't like how mushy it gets, or maybe I just have never had it cooked right. But I am excited to try this. I think if I lived in a cooler climate, maybe we would wait a little bit, but I'm in Florida, so we can start things earlier, and we kind of need to. And then I'm also growing these slippery silk beans. This is a pole bean, so I will be growing these on the trellis that we're building next weekend. And then we're also growing these sugar daddy peas. I love big fat snap peas, which I just like to snack on plain, uncooked. So I'm really excited for these. These we will also be growing on the trellis that we're building. And then I got two different types of tomatoes. I have an Amish paste tomato because I am planning on making sauces and salsas and all those fun things. I'm just not huge. I don't like raw tomatoes, and I'm hoping if I can grow some really good slicing tomatoes when I get them. I haven't ordered any. Then maybe I'll like those. Maybe I just haven't had a good tomato is kind of like my mindset. But I love all things tomatoey, like pasta sauce and salsa and ketchup and all of that. So Got the Amish paste tomato, and then I'm pretty sure this one is a paste tomato as well. It's a tomato raspberry Lyanna, and I think I chose this one because it's supposed to be good in hot weather. I think that's why I chose this one. I looked at so many before I chose, but also excited for that one. We're gonna grow quite a few tomatoes, and then I'm going to start my banana peppers. I love pickled banana peppers. If you haven't tried pickled banana peppers on, like, when you have spaghetti with meat sauce or meatballs, you need to, because they're so good. I had 3 banana pepper plants in my garden that only stopped producing, gosh, I don't know, 2 months ago, and before it got too cold and they died. And I, every single week, was picking banana peppers and pickling them, because we also have, I'm Italian, so we have a lot of pasta in my house. So just regular banana peppers that we're going to start, and then I got some dahlias because I really want to have some flowers in my garden as well. I actually have a whole nother order from Baker Creek Seeds that is mostly flowers. I think I have a couple other things in there as well. I think I have basil in that one because we'll be growing basil alongside the tomatoes. And what else did I get? I think I got something else in there. I just can't remember. I was gonna say marigolds, but that's a flower. But the marigolds I feel like I just need for my tomatoes, because last year I planted a lot of marigolds with my tomatoes and my peppers, and I feel like it really helped with the pests, except for the hornworms. We got hornworms pretty bad last year. Just one round of them. I picked all of them off. They kind of done their damage at that point, but I picked all of them off and I gave them to my friend to feed to her chickens. So they got a nice little treat. And then I have 3 seed packs that we will not be planting until, I have to look at my handy dandy sheet. These ones it says direct sow early March, but I might plant them earlier in my little makeshift greenhouse and transplant them in March instead, especially cucumbers. So I got some Chicago pickling cucumbers. I like slicing cucumbers, but I just really like to pickle things. It's just a lot of fun. So I might get some pickling or some slicing cucumbers as well, but for now just the pickling kind. And cucumbers last year had a really easy time growing, but when it got too hot, it just couldn't take it. And I think I just didn't have enough space for them to climb. So once we get our second trellis in, hopefully that will be around the same time that these are ready to transplant. I mean, I would prefer to direct sow these, but we'll just have to see the timeline as far as getting the trellis. Because I mean, if we don't have the space for them, then we don't have the space for them. So Chicago pickling cucumbers, and then okra. These will be direct sown, also like mid to late March. And I think it'll do really well. Jeremy loves okra. He loves to make fried okra, but we'll probably, I've heard that you just get an overabundance of okra if you plant a few plants, just because it grows so quickly. And we will be freezing it and using it in smoothies, because the slimy stuff that some people don't like from okra that's in it, I forget what it's called, but it's really good for your gut. So we will be using it in smoothies and probably just sauteing it for other dishes as well. And then I got some corn. So this is orchard baby corn. So they're smaller ears. I figured I'd start out with something a little bit smaller. And I don't know, hopefully it works out, because I love corn. Corn things like corn chips and popcorn just really messes with my stomach, but if I'm just having like corn on the cob, it's fine. I don't know why. So that is what I have for right now, and I just can't wait to plant it all. I will probably go ahead and plant some of it in our little mini greenhouse today. I did direct sow some radishes because they only take 25 days to mature for you to be able to pick them. So I could probably do 2 rounds of radishes before any of this gets transplanted or direct sown into my garden. So yeah, these are all the seeds, and I'm so excited. I will put a link to the Baker Creek Heirloom Seeds in the description for you. I might even just go ahead, I'll just direct link all of them that I got if they're ones that you want to try in the description. And then when I get in my next little seed haul, I'll show you as well. My goal with all of the seeds that I chose was to pick things that I know we will eat, but also to try some things that were a little bit new, like that Chinese eggplant. Because I really want to cook food that my family is going to eat, and I feel like that also just encourages us to eat healthier when you're growing your own vegetables, because you're producing it and you really don't want it to go to waste. And to kind of be innovative with finding ways to preserve these things, and just learning new things in order to preserve them. Because obviously I know how to just like do the quick pickle that is good in the fridge for like a week, and that's about it. I would love to learn how to can and to do all the different things, and this is going to kind of force me to learn that, because I really don't want to grow anything that you know, we don't have the time to consume before it perishes. I want to be able to really work towards being a little bit more self-sustainable and eating healthier in general. I feel like I don't eat terrible, but I also right now don't eat great. And I feel like having all of this produce on hand will just be wonderful. We live in a pretty rural area, and we have one grocery store, and they've come a long way since we moved here 6 years ago as far as like what they carry. But it's still just not there yet. Like, it's not like anything super inspiring to like want to grab and cook. So yeah, let me know what you think about my seed haul and what you are growing this spring.